Joining me now from Kyiv is DW correspondent Nick Spicer. Hello, Nick. What more can you tell us about the latest attack of the apartment building in Donetsk?
Well, the rescue workers are continuing their efforts. It was a 5-story building. The regional governor says it was struck by 2 Russian rockets. There's a mountain of rubble next to where one half of the building once stood. Chasiv Yar is a town with 12,000 residents. We don't know how many are still there or how many have actually heeded the Ukrainian governments to flee what the governor of Luhansk has called a living hell. But the people who did choose to stay behind came under Russian attack last night, and they're still trying to find out if there are any survivors in the rubble. Some were pulled out of the rubble today, and there's no doubt that the rescuers will do everything they can to find every last living resident there.
And Nick, we know the West has promised to send more high-precision weapons, but as the war drags on, is there any sense Kyiv is worried about that supply drying up?
You know, I mean, the Ukrainian people generally are hugely grateful for the Western military contributions and the sanctions that have been placed against Russia, but they read the papers too, and they know full well about the, macroeconomic phenomenon of inflation spreading through Western economies and gas prices going up everywhere, a slowdown of economies, and a sort of Ukraine fatigue that will settle in, if it hasn't already, in Western public opinion. They're worried about that, of course, and so ever more keen to have those Western weapons delivered, the American rocket systems, the HIMARS that have been taking out the Russian rocket artillery depots and really slowing down the barrages, it would seem, according to President Zelensky. But yes, definitely, there's a concern that there will be Ukraine fatigue in Western societies.
And with all that's going on, Ukraine has dismissed several of its ambassadors abroad, including the one to Germany. Do we know why?
No, the government didn't say why, but look, Andriy Melnik was very outspoken about the perceived slowness of Germany, and, widely, many people were saying Germany wasn't doing as much as it could after its historic shift to spending more money on its army, the $100 billion euro announcement that Olaf Scholz made in a speech before the Bundestag, but the weapons weren't forthcoming. The ambassador was saying, where are the weapons, where are the weapons? He compared the German chancellor to a sausage, and then he made some comments about Stepan Bandera, who was a nationalist leader during World War II, who is held as a collaborationist, certainly by the Israeli government, because he made comments about him, saying he wasn't a mass murderer, and the Israeli government said he was minimizing the Holocaust, so that's perhaps why he's out.
DW's Nick Spicer in Kyiv. Thank you.